White Gangrene UK, episode 6, following on from the first part of the draft recap. And we're now in the third round. And our first pick in the third round was Michael Carter, the running back. Guys, how are we feeling about taking a running back in the first pick of the third round? Or was it the fourth round? Sorry, it was the fourth round.
Yeah.
So we got
How are we feeling about this one?
As a fourth round pick, I think it was a fantastic value pick. The guy's got incredible feet. His feet are electric. He's got great vision to cut back and bounce to the outside. He catches the ball very well to sort of complement the receivers. I think the best way of summing it up really is it's an absolutely perfect scheme fit. We're going to run wide zone. You need someone that's electrically fast, got the ability to cut and with good vision, and he just ticks all those boxes. I think it's probably going to spell the end for P. Ryan as a starter for us. I think he'll become the thunder to Carter's lightning. I think Carter for me instantly goes in as a day one starter, providing he's healthy and providing there's no huge shocks from P. Ryan. I think Carter's starting day one.
Yeah, 100%.
Size.
Pardon?
You don't have any concerns with his size? I mean, he's 5'7", 201.
Not really. 201's not a bad weight. It's not exactly like he's tiny. I mean, have you seen the picture of him working out in gym shorts where his thighs look like oak trees? And it's just like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, you sent it to us all during the night. We thought you were having one of your weird fetishes.
Mate, like those legs are insane. The guy's going to have power for days. In terms of the size thing, I suppose the player he reminds me of size-wise is probably Doug Martin from when he come out in Tampa. Although that didn't, go well longevity-wise in terms of with the Tampa Bay Bucks. His first few years, he was brilliant.
Yeah, short time that was good.
Also had quite a long career. Small size, didn't need to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd suggest everyone goes and watches his college film because it's very entertaining. He's like the ball snapped, he's 10 yards away from every defender. Like it's amazing. That's what it speeds.
So I think it's another pick where everybody was like, we didn't really see it coming, but I've seen the film of Salah talking about this pick with JD going, we can't believe he was still there for this pick. I mean, this guy had end of second round row all over him. Do you think this could be the Mims of this year, where he's dropped like almost a round further than what he should have?
It's going to be good. He's going to start 100%, I think.
I can give you a better one than the Mims of this year. He's the Alvin Kamara of this draft.
Oh, yeah, there's some fighting talk when he's coming out with Harris and Etienne.
Electric speed, unbelievable hands, perfect vision. For me, he reminds me of Kamara. He's probably not quite as strong as Kamara, but I'm not sure it's going to matter. They're going to miss him because of his speed. They're going to think he's going to be in one spot and he's going to be 5 yards further down the field. It's going to be over.
340 is pretty rapid.
Yeah, unbelievable speed.
I mean, another kind of concern that I've seen highlight up is he's played a lot of football.
Which means he loves it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But there is always that thing of running backs have sell-by dates and use-by dates. So if you're getting them and they've already played like 550 rushes during college and they've took a bit of a beating, which he has battled a lot, is he going to be as fresh as he could be? I mean, I think the pick's great. I agree he's going to be a starter. I think he's going to play very, very well. But there is that kind of concern that he has been battered a little bit.
I think my reply to that would be ask Adrian Peterson what Miles does and ask the Damian Tomlinson what Miles does. But like Tomlinson run for days at at TCU. You've got Peterson that's been doing it for donkey's years, was great at Oklahoma. And I tell you another back that they said very similar about, and everyone then slept on him, and he was brilliant last year, was Jonathan Taylor. Everyone was like, oh, the Huskies have run him to an inch of his life. He's run too much. He's had too much success. He's going to be done. There's no mileage left. You put him behind the Indianapolis Colts line, hand him the ball, and just go, yeah, go get me 100 yards this game, thanks. And you don't even have to worry. He's got 100 yards, and it's like, that's fine.
I don't know if I kind of buy into it, but I know that's a concern that has been voiced. So we'll move on to the next pick. I can't actually remember what number it was because we traded a couple of picks and moved back and everything like that.
Yeah.
So the next pick, Jimin Sherwood, was announced as a safety and then 10 minutes later changed to linebacker. When he got asked what position he plays, does anybody know what he said?
Didn't he say defense?
That's exactly what he said. He went, I will play wherever they tell me to play. He went, I will do whatever they ask me to do because, like we said, he has a type. So,
yeah.
Thoughts on this one, James?
Yeah. Not the most. No, I like the pick, to be honest. We definitely need defensive backs, linebackers. So if you can get a hybrid there, yeah, go for it. He's played a lot of football at a high level college. So, there's got to be something there. He's around the ball in a lot of his highlights, not as many interceptions and stuff, but he's definitely around there. So I like the pick.
Kane, where do you see this one going?
He's got good motor and he can get sideline to sideline very fast. He's a very physical player. He can get off the blocks. He's very explosive as well off his first step. So hopefully, even though his speed's quite slow, he ran a 4.75 40. He's always there. So hopefully he'll be playing changer.
I mean, I know it's been mentioned a few times. Our defense is going to be a lot more zonal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Jamien's lesser highlights were in man-to-man, which I don't think he'll be asked a lot of. Obviously, but linebackers like your favourite position to talk about, Otis. You had some really, really you had a lot of linebackers quite high on your board.
Yeah.
What do you think of this pick? Obviously, it's a fourth rounder, so we don't have a lot of high hopes on him. We have some hopes that he will surprise us.
I think the way I'm looking at Jimin for me is probably likely to be a backup this year with the potential to start down the line. I agree with Kayan. He's explosive but not fast. His first step's good, but he hasn't got great high-end speed. He's got exceptional body size. His length, his weight is fantastic. He tackles really well with that weight and is very physical. I think the bit that makes him the most exciting potentially is how smart he is. He very rarely caught out of position. That's why, as Kane says, he's always around the ball. It's not necessarily his athleticism getting there. It's not like he's behind and then he has amazing speed to catch up. He just has to be in the right place at the right time, and he just knows how to do that. He's an interesting prospect. I think for me, where I'd like to see him actually playing is probably either will linebacker instead of Cashman, potential backing up Cashman, and also backing up Joyner against run-heavy teams. If you come out against the Buffalo Bills or against the Tennessee Titans or the Green Bay Packers that have got really good running backs and can run the ball really effectively, Joyner's a better cover safety, definitely, than Jimin, but he doesn't hit anywhere near as well. Him in and around the box would be much more exciting than Joyner to me in stopping running backs. If we're giving up a few outside runs or the defense is getting a bit tired or something, be a brilliant player to come in and make sure we were still stopping the run and still hitting hard. So yeah, no, I'm pleased. I think it's a good pick.
He wraps his tackles very well as well.
Yeah, huge arms. He's got massive, massive arms. It's weird.
Well, at least we picked him up. I mean, 6'2", 220, like you said, not the fastest, great explosion. I mean, it's everything that we wanted to kind of fit that role of that backup rotational linebacker. With the next pick, in true Jets fashion at the moment, we picked Michael Carter II. So down as a safety, again, 10 minutes later, announced as linebacker.
No, corner.
Yeah, sorry, corner. It's pretty much the utility on every player that we drafted. They're all playing 2-3 positions. I mean, 5'9", 190, and the boy is fast.
He's the same speed as Michael Carter.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I think the way to look at this one is probably the reason why we didn't pick up a slot corner. Sorry, this is the guy that's going to be the slot corner. He was a safety. He's played outside corner as well, but I think, if I'm entirely honest, I think you're going to see him relegated to slot corner. I don't say relegated because slot corners aren't worth anything. Just the size and his physicality is more suited to the slot. He lacks the strength to be a factor against the run. That's my biggest knock on him as a slot corner. If you put him in there and they decide to run straight at him, he's not gonna be particularly effective. Derrick Henry would throw him across the pitch. It's he isn't the big guy, but he's very, very smooth. He transitions his hips well. He moves around the field very well. I think as a slot corner, he's got some serious potential.
He's got 4 interceptions over his career, so that's good.
Yeah.
Never gave up on a very bad team last year as well. I think they won 1 game, 2 games. Duke did, and he played every game, so a bit of heart in him there, not to give up. He was a prospect.
Yeah, I mean, a few of our players know what that's like.
yeah. Won't be much difference for him, I'm sure.
There's been a lot of positives about this pick, as a developmental pick. I think we can all kind of go on that. It's a late fourth. It's a player that's played a couple of positions. If we get, I don't know, 3 games out of him this year, and it's 3 good games, I think we've won on that. That's a great hit. I mean, when you think about it, we were talking about it earlier with Lamar Jackson last year, undrafted free agent, came in because of injury. Wasn't amazing, but wasn't terrible. He made a couple of tackles. He's an undrafted free agent who probably shouldn't have really seen the field, but we got something out of him.
I think
Carter's a scale.
Yeah, I think Carter, as you say, it's the backup element of it. Okay, he might not be a guy that contributes this year if everyone's healthy, but that doesn't mean that he's not a potential slot corner in the NFL, given a bit of time. We're going to be starting a second-year player at slot corner, most likely this season anyway. So it shows that we've got sort of hopes for young players, and I think he's another one that can come in and go, okay, I'm not a big name straight away. I'm not going to be expected to cover all these great players straight away. I'm going to get time to develop, and I think that's where we're looking at with him. I don't think he's a starter, but he's definitely a development player.
Let's face it, I mean, one of the Michael Carters is going to score some points. He'll just go, look, man, it was me. No, I think we're all quite resound on that fact. His highlights are good, which we can't really ask for more, really. Then after this, I think there was another trade.
Yeah.
And we took Jason Pinnock, played cornerback in college, has been asked to play linebacker, I believe.
I don't know if it's true or not, but it is.
I haven't heard that. I thought he was going to be one of the big physical corners for red zone and things.
Well, there's a few rumours coming out about all of the late round picks being asked to play multiple positions because of the way that they want to run the defense. They can put, if they've got 3 players who can play 3 different positions and put them on and rotate them around, they're trying to make it confusing for the quarterbacks, is the rumour coming out. Whether this is going to work, we don't know. Whether this is actually going to happen, we don't know. We haven't seen enough yet. But Pinnock, 6'3", 198 pounds.
Yeah.
And he's a 4'5", 240. Not slow for like his size, and the fact that, yeah, I mean, corner, you don't really normally see them getting better than 4'5", so he's about on point. Where we all feeling that he sits, if he's playing corner, linebacker, I mean, I know it's a different skill set, but
at corner, I think he sort of profiles as a good athlete, decent ball production. If you look at his highlights, there's some really good plays in there, and you go, how didn't this kid go a lot higher? But then if you watch some of the games, there's an awful lot of really lows where you're like, okay, he really messed that up bad. I think if they can get him to contribute on special teams as a gunner, get his tackling in that respect, he's big, he's physically tackles well. I think red zone will be interesting. If you've got a big, tall wide receiver in the Corey Davis mold that we've now got, and you're thinking, okay, perhaps a bit big for Bryce Hall or Bless Austin, neither are massive, you could put him out there and go, just defend the jump ball. That's all we need you to do. Just make sure he doesn't catch a jump ball. And he's big enough and strong enough to do that job. I don't think he's a blazer in terms of speed, but it's certainly something we could develop as a player, I think.
His play speed's quite slow, like reading the ball as well. So if you do use the red zone, then it's probably the best place to use it. But he's got 6 interceptions at the same time, so.
Yeah, he's got good ball skills, isn't he? I think it's special teams and development. Again, I think this is one of the players that is very much development and special teams. And if he contributes on special teams, that's always a plus. He's got experience playing gunner, I believe. So chasing down punts and things, which you can understand with that size and that sort of wingspan and weight and everything. He's going to be able to hit fairly well.
James?
Not much to add really. Just, we need depth at cornerback, safety. Yeah, it's good to have more defensive pieces. Some of them are going to be good, so might as well load on a couple,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was the second 3 picks within the 2021 draft. We're going to do another video, guys, with the final 4. So we'll see you soon.